What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at the Z Fold 7, but before we do that, here's a quick word from our new channel sponsor. You know what I hate? Figuring out what to eat for dinner. I'm young and I used to grab takeout almost every single night. Fast forward, I started feeling bloated, getting tired, even dizzy. Turns out, it was my diet. So I cleaned out my pantry and I filled it with real stuff like brown rice, veggies, and seeds. Cool. Now what? I didn't know how to turn those ingredients into actual meals. Recipes that I got offline always required stuff that I didn't have. Then I found this app. What's in my pantry? The concept is so simple. You scan what you have and it gives you ingredients based on the pantry items you have and not what you need. 30 seconds, done. The app is free to try, $10 a month for the pro plan, totally worth it. With that pro plan, you can scan receipts, bulk add groceries, generate 1,000+ recipes, track your calories, and more. It's one of those app ideas that I wish I thought of and built the app, but I didn't. So I'm just using it every day. Check it out. What's in my pantry for iOS and Android. Alright, so everyone has seen the Z Fold. They've probably even seen pictures of it. I'm sure you guys seen pictures of it, but this phone, man. This phone blew my mind, just like the Z Fold 3 did when I first opened that in 2020. This phone did the same exact thing. It's just everything I wanted Z Fold 3 to be. Not to say that I was not happy with it. I was really happy with the Z Fold 3. That Z Fold line just changed the way I view phones, and it changed me forever. I would never go back to a standard size phone. Before I go more into the Z Fold 7 here, check this out. I got 5 phones, right? Pause the video and see if you can spot the Z Fold 7. Okay, so let me help you out here. There's one phone that really stands out among the other phones, and that's the Z Fold 5. It clearly looks like it does not belong, and you know, it's because it has a weird aspect ratio, weird size. Feels nice in the hand, but nonetheless looks different from the rest. Now with these phones, again, can you spot the Z Fold 7? This is the iPhone 11. This is the S25 Ultra, and this is the Pixel 8 Pro, which leaves this phone to be the Z Fold 7. Look at this thing. I just love how it blends in all other phones, right? I especially love how it looks very similar to the S25 Ultra. If there was a phone to take me away from the Z Fold line, this would be it. I'm super excited that I don't have to think about that, because this phone is sort of like this phone with a cool trick up its sleeve. So like I said, I got this phone yesterday. I've been setting it up, transferring all my information from the Z Fold 5 over to this phone, and I can tell you right now, the 17 hours I've been using this phone, I only opened it once. I've been using the external screen to do everything, to set up everything. And I don't hate it. It's not a troublesome. It's enjoyable. I've also been using it to check on work, open apps, things like that. Everything that is geared towards a standard size phone shows beautifully on this, because now it's a standard size phone, which is not the case with this phone because of the weird aspect ratio. The number one issue I got with this is that things would just seem off. Doesn't matter what it was, app or web, it wouldn't be optimized for this screen because the screen is not a standard size screen. And not only that, I mean, look at this phone, right? This phone is so thin, very similar to the S25 Ultra. Now this has a case on it, so it does look bulkier than the S25 Ultra. But I mean, if you compare that to this, can you imagine how thick this phone would get when you put a case on it? Pretty darn thick. And this phone is actually heavier. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm wearing a short pants and you know, I didn't tie it tight. This phone was so heavy that it would slowly drag my pants down. And before you know it, my pants is well below my waist. This phone is not as heavy as this phone. And I mean, again, like, look at this. if a group of you and your friends put your phones down on the table, none would be the wiser that this phone is different than these two. They would think that this phone is just like these phones until you show them that it's not. That's just super exciting to me because like this is what I wanted the future of the foldable phones to be when I started using the Z Fold 3. This is what I couldn't wait to get to. And after 5 years, it's finally here. It's finally here. Now, there are a few people who don't like the size of this phone, and you know, they're holding on to their older Z Fold phone, and that's fine. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is no longer the future of foldables. It's going to be this going forward. So hold on to your older Z Fold phone a little bit longer if you like that screen. And some people do because it's easier to, like, you know, navigate and use your thumbs to scroll and whatnot. This, on the other hand, it's pretty large, and so your thumb is not going to reach over across the phone screen. But man, using this phone has been so enjoyable, and I'm so happy that Samsung finally nailed it. Bigger external screen, covered. Same main camera on the S25 Ultra, covered. Again, that was another thing with the Z Fold 3. I was so upset when I found out that they were not using their flagship main camera on the Z Fold 3. Especially when my wife got her S25 Ultra and she was taking photos and I still had this, and I was just like, you know, secretly I was jealous. And I was like, dang, man. Camera is sick. When the Pixel 8 Pro came out, I actually got one to see if it could pull me away from the Z Fold 3. And it wasn't able to. Less than a month of using the Pixel 8 Pro, I'm not saying it's a bad phone. It's a really good phone. I like it a lot. However, I missed the foldable aspect. And so, in less than a month, traded in my Z Fold 3 for a Z Fold 5. And that's what I've been using up until yesterday when I got my Z Fold 7. Now, apart from, you know, changing up a few things with the Z Fold phone, there is another thing that drastically improved with this phone. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but coming from the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 5, there has been an issue that always plagued me with these two phones, and that's connectivity issues. At first, I thought that it was just specific to the Bluetooth, but then later found out that no, it was not just Bluetooth, it was also Wi-Fi devices too. So like when I buy a new smart switch and I connected it and I try to connect to the smart switch's Wi-Fi network so I can get it paired with my Wi-Fi network, the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 5 just would not connect. I would have to turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth multiple times before it can actually connect. I would eventually get it, but I'm telling you that I wasted 10 minutes playing around with it just to get those Z Fold devices connected to it. And it doesn't end there. Throughout the years, I slowly upgraded certain appliances to Samsung devices, and the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 5 just it would have a hard time connecting to those devices, and I don't understand why. I'm not saying that they would never be able to connect, because after playing around with it multiple times, it would eventually connect, but it wasn't seamless like, let's say, with this. This is a Samsung. Never had any issues connecting this to my Roku TV. Never had any issues connecting this to my Samsung TV. It just worked. But the Z Fold devices, I don't know. I have a smart fridge, Samsung smart fridge with Family Hub Plus. I have a S95CA Samsung TV, but the TV and the smart fridge, like mirroring my screen, it was just a hassle. It just failed the first 15 times before it actually succeeded in connecting. And then if you disconnect it and try to connect it again, same thing. It would fail for another 10 times before it actually connected. And it's strange because the TV would be able to connect to the fridge and mirror its screen to the fridge with no issues. Never had an issue. But for some reason, the Z Fold 3 and 5 had issues. All of that is fixed with the Z Fold 7. This thing connects to my TV fine. It connects to my smart fridge fine. It connects to my Roku fine. It connects to everything fine. It sees my wife's S25 Ultra just fine. Another issue with the Z Fold 3 and 5. They took a while before it was actually able to see my wife's S25 Ultra, but this has no issues seeing the phone. It just, whatever they did, they fixed it. I was really hopeful that they would fix the connectivity issues through an update, but they haven't. I mean, I'm getting rid of this phone with that issue. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, so I don't know if it's just something that affected me, or maybe I'm just more susceptible to it because I am knee deep in the Samsung ecosystem. Maybe I'm more aware of it. I don't know. If you had connectivity issues with your Z Fold device, let us know. I'm curious if there is a connectivity bug with older Samsung foldable phones that nobody caught. So now this thing looks like a standard phone. What does that mean for, you know, people seeing you with this phone? Well, it means they're gonna leave you alone, because no longer does it look like this. This thing stands out like a sore thumb. This style gets people talking and asking questions. Those who know what it is, oh, is that a foldable phone? Those who don't, hey, what kind of phone is that? It's so weird shaped. Never seen it. This, on the other hand, no one's gonna ask anything about it. I mean, like, someone would have to be paying very close attention to see that it's not a standard phone, it's a folding phone. And those who don't know what a folding phone is, they'd be none the wiser. They would just look at it and be like, must be a cheaper A-series Samsung phone. If they know that. I doubt they even would know that. But if you were to ask me if you should upgrade your older Z Fold device to the Z Fold 7, I say go for it. This phone is amazing, and I've only had it less than 24 hours, and I'm so excited about this phone. If you're thinking of maybe holding off until next year, I can confidently tell you that next year is not going to bring any major upgrades to this phone, because this is it. This is the major refresh that we got for the folding phone. That's this year, 2025. Next year is going to be a small incremental update to this. So maybe a larger battery. Maybe they'll bring back S support pen. I forgot to mention that. If you like the S Pen support on the older Z Fold, I've used it on my Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 5. That's no longer supported with the Z Fold 7. So if you need that S Pen support, stay with the folding phone you have or get the Z Fold 6. That's the last phone to officially support the S Pen. But there are rumors that they're going to bring back the S Pen for next year. But again, that's going to be an incremental upgrade. It's not a major overhaul upgrade, you know what I mean? But this is a great phone. I love the camera. I love the screen size, the external and internal. I love connectivity issues that are now fixed, thank God. Overall, it's just a great phone. And this is not going to be, you know, the end of my review on the Z Fold 7. I am going to go more in depth, compare the camera to the S25 Ultra and all that. I could not be happier with the direction that Samsung is taking the Z Fold phone. I think it speaks volumes to them as a company. They're listening to their customers. They're giving us what we wanted. It took a while to get here. Other manufacturers already beat Samsung to this design. You know, they did it years ago. So Samsung is late to the party, but at least, you know, they made it, right? Because a lot of manufacturers that produce folding phones, they're not in the US, right? So glad that Samsung listened to their base, listened to their customers, and finally made some really great improvements to the Z Fold 9. Anyway, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you found it helpful. If you didn't, thumbs down work also. My name is Z, and it's been a pleasure giving you a look into the new Z Fold 7. Peace.
Welcome to the Monster Review. Tech so fresh, got the brand new view. Unbox test, let me break it down. Tips so slick, make your setup sound. Cameras, mics, yeah, I know what's best.